Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general weekly love reading for the sign of Libra. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. Now I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind, so please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message, so please take what you feel fits and leave the rest, guys. So we're going to use several decks of cards today, but we're going to start off with this one. This is the Light Seers Tarot. And I'm shuffling this way because this is just going to be an upright reading for this week. But if there is a reversal that comes out, then obviously I'll give you guys the interpretation of that, okay? So let's get into the reading, shall we? Angels of Love and Light, could you please have clear and concise messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? What do they need to know in relation to love for this week, please? And thank you. Just cutting up the deck for you now. Okay, so we have the Hangman. Interesting. This is Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, or your person has strong Pisces placements, or maybe you do. Things may have been on hold for quite some time. There's been a few delays, a bit of stagnation in a sense of your connection moving on forward. I feel like this stagnation was essential though. I'm getting the word essential for the sense of progression in one's spirituality. So I feel that potentially you've had to go through something significant here, like a spiritual awakening. Wow, I was getting spiritual weakening. So you had to go through something major because something was feeling weakened. So potentially this person may have been some sort of catalyst or a trigger, like they may have catapulted you into a spiritual awakening here, because you needed to go through some sort of lessons to mature spiritually, having to address some sort of wounds from the past, doing some sort of healing. And I feel like whatever you've gone through has made you stronger, and you're having this new sense of enlightenment about this connection. Now this could be about yourself, or this could be about your person potentially, so obviously take it how it resonates. But look, with the healing with the Four of Swords, there was some sort of essential healing that even though you felt tied to a particular person, most likely this person from the past who you have history with, there was a deeper connection there, but it may have just not had the opportunity to get off the ground before. And I feel that things had been hanging in the balance for a while as to whether there was going to be movement forward or not, whether there was going to be the sense of stability in this connection or not. And I feel like you're wanting of answers, and I feel like you'll be getting them soon. Yeah, you've had to go within here with that Queen of Cups energy. Nurture yourself. Focus on self-love, I'm getting with that Queen of Cups. I feel like this person is viewing you as their future spouse. They see you as the future mother or father of their children. This person does see you as a king or a queen, potentially because you now recognize yourself as a king or queen. Maybe you're even sitting in Emperor or Empress energy. Potentially we may see those cards later on. You could potentially be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Page of Wands, this person may be getting ready to contact you and say that they've ended an old connection or an old situation here from the past that was very painful with that Ten of Swords. Or potentially you may have cut off communication from this person to focus on yourself, focus on your passions, and even though you didn't want to kind of end it with this person from before, things may have just not been right. But I feel like this person wants to reinvigorate this connection. I'm getting a sense of coming back around to each other. Look, the World. And the Ten of Pentacles. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio energy with that World. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Potentially this person has said that they've looked happy in another situation elsewhere, but they were tied in karmically with that Ten of Swords wanting to show out earlier with that Page of Wands. A cycle has completed with a karmic partner or a karmic ex. I'm getting had it all made. They may have looked like they had it all made, but they didn't. And look, again with that Ten of Swords wanting to show up. 1010, you could be seeing those numbers. I feel like your person is going to confess to you and say, look, I want victory and success in this connection. I feel that we are meant to be together. There's meant to be more to this. Person here is ready to contact you with that King of Wands energy. They've been holding on to you energetically for a long time. They are needing to show off their loyalty to you, and I feel like this person knows that the only way that you can move this connection on forward in a passionate capacity, and for it to kind of eventually lead to something romantic and long-term, potentially into a marriage with you and this person with a deep commitment, is if you were to kind of start off as some sort of friends first and move on from there. Yeah, with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting slowly, gently with the Six of Pentacles. Double sixes here. 66 or 666, you could be seeing those numbers. I feel like something's about to materialize into the physical with those kind of numbers, with the 666. Yeah, I feel like something's been happening in a spiritual sense for a very long time, but it's getting ready to come forward. Look at that, King and Queen of Wands. You could be counterparts here for some of you. And then a spiritual awakening with that Hermit energy, Virgo energy, going through the dark night of the soul. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, dealing with abandonment issues, rejection in relation to love, focusing on a new beginning. Yeah, in relation to love. I feel like this potentially has been what you've been going through, or your person has been going through. Ten of Wands has been a heavy burden. I feel potentially both of you have gone through this in one way or another. It's been an arduous journey for you both to get here, but this person is planning to come forward, and they yearn to communicate with you and travel to see you and kind of have that connection with you with the Four of Wands. They want the sense of stability in their life, and they want this with you, but I feel that this person is feeling this on a deeper level, and it's not necessarily just to say that they've had a tough time and, you know, they've been unstable because they've potentially lost of everything elsewhere, and now they just want to be in your life because of the sense of wanting stability. I feel like this person genuinely feels the deeper soul connection with you, and they feel that potentially you're a counterpart, a twin flame here, a high-level soulmate with that Four of Wands, 1111 card, divine masculine, divine feminine energy, and a dream come true with the Nine of Cups. I feel like it's all going to come into play for you both with the Queen of Swords. I feel like this person's getting ready to communicate their truth. I'm getting the sense, I'm sorry I left you out in the cold. So this person may have left this connection a while ago, and they focused on keeping up with the appearances, but keeping up with the Joneses, I'm getting, to do with another situation elsewhere, and it may have looked all fancy, may have looked all great on the outside, but I don't feel like it was. And I feel like the mask is about to come off if it hasn't already. Let me just move these cards a little bit. Thank you for bearing with me. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this person wants equal give and take in their partnerships, and they're wanting that in their love relationships as well. And I feel like this person is wanting to turn over a new leaf. I just saw the High Priestess, so potentially you could be dealing with a Cancer, but I'm getting the strong sense that this person feels like there is a past life connection between the two of you, that there is a spiritual soul tie, that there is potentially a psychic, maybe even a telepathic connection between you and this person. Wow, yeah, this person has so much that they want to say to you, but they feel like they can't say it. Look at that with the Lovers. They feel like you're destined. Look at that, Gemini energy, but also the Lovers are known as the twins. The twins. And then the Hangman. So your connection has been on hold. You felt it deep down, you knew that there was more to this connection than meets the eye, and it was needing to be healed, and that you would eventually have your recovery. But it's been slow. Things have been very much up in the air here with the Two of Pentacles. There have been blocks in your connection with the Ace of Wands in reverse. But look, you know that your person had to let go of the burden to do with an old connection or a situation. You knew that they haven't been able to fully transition out of that yet. You've dealt with them a lot here. I feel like this person is recognizing that they can't stop thinking of you, and it's weighing heavy on them to make themselves apparent to you that they want this with you, that they want this connection, to actually reach out, to express how they deeply feel. This person could be watching you a lot online. They're very passionate about you. You feel this deeper connection with one another. What else here, please, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What else, please, and thank you. You could have a long distance connection for some of you. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Yeah, this person's absolutely getting ready to reach out to you with Judgment. Wow. Judgment, 20 and then 21. So maybe even since 2020, there have been a lot of changes in the connection. Maybe since 2020, your person has understood that there's more to this connection. And in that process since then, in 2021, they've been closing out a cycle because they've had this realization of what this connection is. There's something more to it. They've potentially started a spiritual awakening or going through the dark night of the soul in 2020. Look at that, a rebirth, death and rebirth with Scorpio energy. Yes. They had to close karmic cycles, and I feel like they've been doing that potentially from 2020. Look, there's your energy, Libra. Maybe for some of you, you met each other in 2013. Maybe you've known of each other for 7 years, 9 years. Three of Swords, yeah. Your heart was broken in this situation, in this separation. You knew that there was more to it. Look at that, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You most likely felt that this person was your counterpart, and they most likely are your counterpart, and you're having to trust of yourself that eventually things will kind of become grounded, like get together in the physical when it's kind of ready to. But you had to learn a lesson on self-love, knowing of your worth, and speaking up for yourself, and kind of telling your truth to this person to close out this old cycle of this kind of inconsistency and flighty behavior with whatever was happening with the two of you before. I'm getting having your cake and eat it too. So maybe this person was very, very much on the mindset of being quite selfish. They wanted what they wanted, and they weren't willing to compromise. Or potentially this person may have had some sort of double life. I'm getting double standard for some reason. So maybe you even called out this person on some sort of BS to do with the past, to do with a double standard. Like the sense of like hypocrisy from this person in some sort of way. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting that. So that could only resonate for a few of you. What else can we get here, please, for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, and thank you. One more card to kind of put underneath the Ten of Pentacles, please. Do I want to take that one? The Moon, Pisces energy. Yeah. This person has felt you. They felt your energy around them. Look at that, the Strength card. I'm getting the sense it's taking all of their strength to hold themselves back from you right now, because they know that they could have this happy home life with you, that they could have it all with you if they were just to get the courage and the confidence to speak up to themselves. Speak up for themselves, but speak up to you as well. I'm getting a sense of negative self-talk. So maybe this person's quite negative on themselves. And so they're needing to retrain themselves to speak differently so that they're not coming from a place of insecurity and doubt and trauma from the past, and letting that kind of self-sabotage the connection between you and this person from moving on forward. Yeah, as I say that with the Eight of Swords, oh my gosh, look at that. This person is in like victim mentality. They have to get out of that self-imposed prison that they have of their mind with that Eight of Swords, and move on forward with a new beginning with the Fool. Take that leap of faith, take that calculated risk. And look at that with the Six of Cups and the Magician, and to manifest this connection, because all they can do is think about this love with you. Think about how this could have potentially had turned out before, that never had the opportunity to kind of get moving, I'm getting. But you feel it very intuitively. I'm getting the word inquisitive. You're very inquisitive. I feel like this person is very curious about you. You could be quite reserved right now. You're holding yourself back. You're not letting everything show to this person. Your person feels that you're quite mysterious in a sense of you're not giving the game away. I'm getting the sense of them finding out themselves, like you're not kind of handing them the rule book, as it were, or the instruction manual. You're just kind of letting them be and let them figure it out for themselves, and that if you were both to kind of meet together in the middle, then they would eventually meet up with you in the middle. But I feel like you're not giving this person any additional help whatsoever. You may have tried to help them in some sort of regard before. I'm getting a sense of rescuing. So maybe this person felt like they needed to be rescued, and they look to you to do that and to kind of pull this connection together and move it all forward with them, and for you to take the lead and for you to move it to where it's potentially meant to be, or where it should be, or what have you, where everyone's story is different. But it's not down to you. And this person is now getting the picture. They're now getting the picture that if they want what they want, then they know that you're not going to suffer fools gladly and just kind of go along with everything. This person needs to come up with some sort of plan. They need to communicate and get out of the sense of stagnancy themselves and work on them. Do the inner healing, do the inner work, do the shadow work, do the kind of... I'm just getting do the work. I'm getting knuckle down and get on with it, basically. Like, I'm getting this strong sense of ferociousness from you. Not in the sense that you're angry or peed off with this person or anything like that. I just feel like you're very much standing of your ground, like you're knowing of your purpose and your place. You're knowing your place in this world, and you're very much like aware of what you're meant to be doing, or who you are, or what you're turning into, or who you're meant to be, and everything else. Like, I feel like you are really getting to the nitty gritty of understanding, you know, why you're actually here in the first place. And this person is needing to discover that for themselves and strike out on their own and break the sense of codependency in another situation. And I feel like you've already done that. You've already kind of, I'm getting leaps and bounds, like you've already gone over so much, every single hurdle that has come your way. You're jumping over all the hurdles. I'm getting the sense of like athletics, you know, you're just jumping all over the hurdles. And other people may look at you and think, oh, well, they're doing all right in their life. How come it all comes so easy to them? And you're like, actually, if you even walked a mile in my shoes, you wouldn't be able to make it to the other side. If only they knew, right? If only they knew. I feel like you have felt like you've been drowning at some point in relation to your emotions. Try to numb your emotions, keep them in a sense within yourself and not express of them. And I feel like now potentially your person is basically feeling like they're suffocating in something with someone else, and they definitely do not want to be there. And all they want is to bring balance to the connection with you and for you to get together and kind of talk it amongst yourselves. This person is definitely viewing you as their life partner. They know the truth now. It's clear as day to them now. I feel like this person is dreaming of you, and you're dreaming of this person. They may be even trying to communicate to you in dream state that they want this connection with you. I'm getting high ranking. So high ranking in the spiritual realm, I feel potentially you're very much sought after by a lot of people. I don't know why I want to say that, but entities, I'm getting that. So maybe there have been people who've been quite jealous of the amount of success that you're going to be receiving, or that you've all received already. Like, doors are opening up for you, and it's going to be like blessings on blessings, and other people are going to be kind of throwing shade. And I feel for a lot of you, you'll be like, actually I deserve every single bit of positivity and good news that comes my way, because no one else other than me will ever understand what I've gone through on my own personal journey, and I don't have to explain myself to anyone. And I feel potentially your love interest is now seeing the kind of spiritual warrior that you actually are, and they're in awe of you. And in a sense, they're frustrated with themselves, because I'm getting the sense of let a good one go. That's all I'm getting. This person just feels like they were a bit of a chicken and a bit of a coward, and they let their fears get the better of them and their emotions get to the better of them, and all they want to do is communicate with you because they feel this sense of intensity and they want to go down this new path with you, but then they have to put in the hard graft in the material world and work on their energy, as it were, and clear out a load of karma and get rid of toxic connections, people, places and things that are no longer serving them. If there is to be movement forward in this connection, I feel like they're finally getting the picture. They know that it's down to them. It may have been a bit cloudy at first, but I feel like certain things are being revealed to them, and they're getting potential downloads here. Maybe even just messages in dream state that could be saying to them, look, you're meant to be with this person. You're meant to build a foundation with this person. I'm also getting that potentially for some of you, this person was very stubborn and very much on the mindset that, oh, okay, well, I need to have everything first. I need to build with everything first so I can give to my person, because they deserve the world. And most likely you do deserve the world. I'm not saying that you don't deserve the world, but this person potentially may not be getting it, in the sense that actually you're meant to come together as a team in a partnership and work together to build on something, rather than it being, look, here's everything on a platter and I want to be able to give to you. And obviously this person is wanting to show you the deep love and desire and, you know, the sense I'm getting unconditional love that they have for you. And you most likely have for this person if you're dealing with a very high level soulmate or a twin flame, and I feel like a lot of you are. But then at the same time, this person is needing to do of the work, but it's potentially they are doing a lot of work that they're not really meant to be doing. So they're putting the effort in to make changes, but potentially their priorities are not in the right order as of right now, or they're not understanding certain things. That's what I keep getting. But this person wants you and them to definitely be on the same page. They want you and them to be on the same wavelength. They want them, you know, for them to be able to express themselves to you emotionally, but also come across like they can string two words together, because potentially at this rate they may feel like they're kind of not even sure how to do that. I'm just getting this kind of indication that you're coming across as this lion and this person is coming across as this lamb, and you've basically tamed them. And it's weird for them, because potentially they could normally be like an alpha in some sort of regard elsewhere, like they're the leader, but actually you're the leader. as of right now, potentially in this connection. And you have been for a little while. I feel like this person wants to be able to open up and confide in you, and they could have been dealing with someone who was very petty from their past, and you're very opposite. Like you haven't tried to trick them or cause some sort of confusion or illusion. You were very much upfront. You were straight with them. You said what you wanted. You said what you thought about this connection. You know, no hair on your tongue type thing. And I feel like you're not scared to cut off this person if it's deemed necessary either, regardless of the depth of the connection that you feel for this person. Because you know and understand the amount of ish that you've gone through in your life, that regardless of whoever or whatever it is, you need to put yourself first. And not necessarily saying it from a selfish place. But you've gone through a few things. You've gone through a lot. And if you have children or your own family, you may be prioritising that as of right now. Maybe even your career, potentially your finances. You have certain projects that you're kind of looking to the future with, opening up to new opportunities and hobbies and things. Yeah. What else can we get here? What can we get here, please, for Libra? Oh, sorry. This is the Soulmates in Separation unspoken love messages. I'm not sure if I had said this already or not, but yeah, this person may find that they're kind of repeating of themselves when they come across you, like they just lose all kind of trail of thought. This has been difficult. This could be if you've been in separation for a long time, potentially no contact, little contact, or if you are in communication, then it could be a bit sporadic. But I feel like this person potentially was avoiding responsibility for certain things in the past. But I'm getting whatever is reaped is going to be sown. I'm getting come back and bite you on the butt. But that's what I'm getting. Wow, okay. Interesting. What can we get here for Libra, please? Sorry, I just had to check my camera on my phone. Still going, still recording. What can we get here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, please and thank you. What wants to be said? What wants to be said, please and thank you. Thank you. I want to fight for this connection, but I just don't know how. I seek strength and courage. Guys, can I make it up? No. This person seeks strength and courage. They want to fight for this connection. They want the new beginning. They want this union, reunion and reconciliation. They know that having this is worth fighting for. What else? Wow. Gosh. I hope you allow me to step up and turn this around. Wow. Tables are turning, guys. Tables are turning. I missed out on something so good. The next person you allow into your life is lucky. Well, they see it now. The blinkers are off now. Wow. Yeah, the blinkers are off now. Sorry, I did not see your value and worth when we were together. Wow, that is so crazy. And I literally just said about the blinkers being off, the blinds coming off. They didn't see it. It was all an illusion. They were confused. They didn't see it. Now they see it. And you're sitting here as this Queen of Pentacles. The king or queen that you are on your throne, as you should be. Hurting you hurt me even more, and every song I hear reminds me of you. Yeah, they didn't want to hurt you. It wasn't intentional for this person to hurt you. But I feel like they had a bit of growing up that they needed to do. It's what I keep getting. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. What can we get for the Hidden Truth? What wants to be confessed from either your love interest, or what would you like to say to your person? Feel this one. I am not available. Wow. So maybe you've said to this person, I am not available. maybe you are available, maybe you're not, but this person isn't quite ready to come forward and offer you what you are deserving of, everything that you are desiring of to have within this connection. I feel you will get it. You will, but they're not available as of right now. I left when I saw you with someone. So potentially you may have already been out on a date and this person may have seen you, or they may have heard it through, heard it through the grapevine about someone else, or maybe this person may have said to you, oh, I'm not available, but actually they were out with someone else, or they were seeing someone else, or that they spoke to someone else like casually, and they said that they were actually in a relationship, or they said that they weren't dealing with an ex, but they were, or what have you. Obviously everyone's story is different. I hide behind material things. Well, we know that because look at the Ten of Pentacles. This person prioritized that material. That's the truth. They hid behind that. I wonder if you're happy without me. Yeah, you've had to find that sense of contentment within yourself. Wow. I'm getting the word contempt. Contempt? I'm not sure what that means. But I was getting, yeah. What else? One more. They're getting told now that they need to stop hiding in the material and the physical and go towards the emotional and the spiritual, to change certain aspects if they are to have the connection with you to materialize in the physical. One more, please. One more. For Libra. Thank you. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, this person was in denial. I will wait for a sign from you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Well, we know that. And you came closer than anyone. You may be throwing yourself into work. You know. But I feel like you've had to, in a sense, because you weren't really left with much choice. But let's get with the Lover's Oracle and see what we can get here as some sort of closing messages. So this could be just some sort of advice, guidance, or just a closing message with the Lover's Oracle. So we're going to pull 3 cards. So if you guys are enjoying this reading and you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there is a donation link now available in the description box below. So thank you so much to those of you who already donated. I greatly appreciate you guys. Even if you do not financially donate, a great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe and comment down below, and I'll eventually get back to you guys. So thank you for your lovely comments. I do appreciate you guys. So let's get this. They could also have been dealing with someone who was very, I'm getting high maintenance. They may have been living beyond their means in another situation, and they may have been just trying to distract themselves with work so much because they were in a very unhappy karmic relationship elsewhere, where they may have looked like they had everything, they looked like they had the whole entire world, but why did they still feel like something was missing and they weren't happy and they didn't have that spark in their life anymore? And that's most likely because you may have said some sort of truth to this person and said, look, I'm going to make myself unavailable to you and bury myself in work and actually focus on my own healing here and gain the sense of strength within myself and find it within somewhere and get out of this negativity that I've, you know, been engrossed with, and find my own new beginning. And if this person is meant to come back around in my life with the world, they need to close out the old cycle with the 21 and begin anew with the 4, with the 0. And we'll have it all when we're meant to have it all, if there is really and truly the past life connection that I feel with this person and they feel with me. And I feel like all the kind of signs and synchronicities and the evidence has been pointing out to you quite strongly that this person is meant to have more with you, or you're meant to have more with this person. But you know, it's been a bit of an ordeal that it hasn't necessarily manifested as of yet. But you're incredibly resilient and determined. And I feel like karmic justice is coming in for you. Absolutely. Definitely. What can we get here, please, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Yeah, the fire still burns for you. It does. Interesting. This person does want to fight for this connection. I feel like you had to fight for yourself, and you did fight for this connection in the past, and not necessarily to say that you've given up on this person or this connection, but you've given up on struggling. Struggling. You've surrendered. And then we have 2 more cards here. Okay. This deck is so beautiful, guys, isn't it? With this artwork, it's absolutely amazing. You could be seeing lots of butterflies here, guys. Butterflies, I'm getting roses, I'm getting doves, I'm getting eagles and hawks for some reason as well. I'm getting dragonflies. Yeah. Interesting. Sorry, I was just trying to organise these cards. They're a little bit awkward, so I will kind of look at the bottom of the deck for those in a minute, okay? I just saw 37:37 on the clock on my timer, and 3 and 7 adds up to 10. So 10:10, you could be seeing those numbers, okay? So there is a cycle that is coming to an end. There is going to be the sense of an awakening and growth in this connection, but I feel like you had to lead, and then now they're following and they're getting ready to play catch up. Or they've been playing catch up for a little while, but I feel like you're kind of leaping forward as of right now. And they want to take the leap with you, but they have to do the work to be able to get to that point with you. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like you've had to really love this person at a distance. They can only love you at a distance as of right now. I feel like you know deep down who this person is to you and how they resonate with you in your life. Obviously everyone's story is different, but I feel like you know that there is more in this connection than meets the eye, and it's been needing the time to kind of blossom. Twin flames. Wow, your passion ignites. So yeah, the fire still burns. There is the passion there. There is that sense of chemistry naturally there between the two of you. So yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you are dealing with a divine counterpart, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Oh my gosh, guys, I feel like I literally just said that. Did I just say that? I feel like I did. You already know the answer, guys. You already know how this resonates with you in your situation. You do. You don't need necessarily someone else to come forward and tell you. Bottom of the deck, my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Wow. I feel this wanting to poke through as well. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So you've surrendered. You've let go of the struggle, and now your person is needing to let go and surrender to this old connection or situation that they found themselves in. And they're now licking their wounds and picking up the pieces. I'm getting needing to pick up the pieces. Yeah, I feel like this is another message for you. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So I feel like you're in an attitude of gratitude at this time. And if you're not, then I feel like that is some sort of guidance for you to help you get in this state so that you can attract the whole world into you of whatever it is that you are desiring at this time, which is really beautiful. And if you're wanting of this connection, it's very much here for you. If you want it, I feel like the ball is very much in your court. There's a lot happening in the sense of the unseen that's transforming, but it's getting ready to materialize. It is. And I feel like you know that deep down as well. You know that you are connected and that you haven't necessarily missed out. You may have had this sense of fear, and maybe your ego has been telling you that you're missing out, but actually for a lot of you, if you are dealing with a divine counterpart and they're still kind of in their darker kind of shadow aspect of themselves and more in their kind of karmic energies in the sense of their ego, and whoever else they're dealing with, they're probably not that great to be around right now. And they may have a lot of chaos in their life, and so therefore you're actually being protected from this, so that when they do come forward towards you, you're going to get the higher self kind of version of them, rather than being stuck in their ego. They would have transformed and have this depth in knowing and understanding what this all means in the grander scheme of things with your connection, for a lot of you. But wow, beautiful reading. Goodness me, guys. So that's going to be the end of the reading, and I hope that there was some messages that resonated, a few messages, if not the whole reading, and I hope that you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. If you have enjoyed this reading and you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, please hit the thumbs up, the like button, as it does make a huge difference, and it really does help get the messages out there to people who may need to see them at this time. So thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please take care, and we'll speak to you very soon. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye now.